Hey, I'm Jazz.
And I'm BRITT.
NYCWAO, let's talk about.
I get away from murderers.
It was crazy. Status report. It's definitely turned up. This episode was good, much like episode 5 was. That was episode 5, right? When Frank and Bonnie, when she found out that he killed her daddy for her. And, and they had it, and we saw so much more about Frank and, all of that. This episode was also very much about Frank, and it was a wonderful episode. I still love Frank, guys. I would love to have me a Frank in my life. However, due to the election results in the United States of America,
oh my God.
Before, if y'all saw the other episodes, I was saying how I spoke to Brittany about, me wanting to, go back to dip into the vanilla like I did before marriage. And I, because Black Lives Matter, I wasn't doing it. Black Lives still matter. But the thing is, I figured if I could get someone like Asher, the guy who plays Asher, a white guy who says Black Lives Matter, all will be good. But Trump has won the election.
Yeah. Somebody, I forget where I saw this picture at. They wrote on the graffiti on the wall, it said, "Black lives don't matter and neither do yours." Oh, snap.
The thing is, Trump has won, and I guess I can't dip into the vanilla. So maybe 4 years from now. But if there's a black man out there that's Frank, like, maybe, or a Latino. Latinos are fine. Latinos are on the table.
They're like us.
Because they're like us, but, Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I guess I'm saying that specifically for Troy.
She's like, I know.
Because Troy said, excuse
I know
me.
Fact, okay?
Melanin. How did I know Troy was going to get on there and say that? I just knew you was one of them brothers. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Black power. Because Black Lives Matter, y'all. Yo, we gonna do a video talking about that Trump joint, because I know we got some people out there who's not, because we're so, yes, Americans, people from the United States of America, just so y'all know, yes, we are ridiculously full of ourselves.
Yes, we are, definitely.
Sometimes we have to remember, like, oh yes, everyone is not from
America. Yeah, exactly.
So don't judge us. We be tripping. Don't mind us, all right? But anyway, back to How to Get Away with Murder. I just had to throw that disclaimer in there because y'all know I love me some Frank. I'm still going to gush over Frank, though. So, turn-up-worthy character for me was Frank.
Oh, God.
Definitely it was Frank. Who the hell else could it be?
Yeah,
it was
Frank.
Frank.
He was crying and doing all this great
first
acting.
of all, and not just that, he came back. Not only did he come back, he came back and he was clutch.
Ready to work.
He put in work.
He said, "I'm sending you some pictures right now."
Right? Let me send you these pictures right now.
I didn't pay attention to what type of cellular device he had.
I didn't either. But it was very interesting, like just seeing him at at work. That he came right back in there, and it was like, yo, he's in there. And
she was like, "Annalise needs your help."
All right, what you need me to do? You feel me? And he followed the chick and all of that. I think Bonnie was also turn-up worthy for me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll say Bonnie was my turn-up worthy.
She was your turn-up worthy?
Yeah. Why? Because of what she said to Frank when they were on the phone. Because that's just all types of gangster. She's a little...
Bonnie is about that square.
Bonnie's that little tiny anime character with the short skirt on and the huge machete talking about...
And it's like, where'd she get that machete from? You're so stupid.
That's how they be sounding. They be wilding with the anime.
No, but I thought that Frank was, this was another episode where Frank was like the main character, and it was just all about Frank. Even when he wasn't on the screen, it's still all about Frank. But I was very
when Bonnie said to him, "Go back in there and kill them."
She doesn't know what she wants.
This is what she needs. With the straightest face.
Because y'all know Bonnie's tapping into what she needed. Remember, when her father was
Bonnie was
killed,
like,
Bonnie
"You're right.
was like,
I felt so much great. So
much." Because Frank do know what they need. I guess he know. He knew. But, Annalise like, nah, don't do it. Whatever.
Also, it's going to look very bad on her part. That lady is the witness. I mean, the alibi for homie.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if she ends up dead, Wes is going to jail immediately.
Yeah, because now it's like...
Yeah, it's like, come on, Annalise.
But, you know, I just thought that Frank and Bonnie,
yeah,
they was
and
bringing
then also
it to me.
when Bonnie told Asher, you know, like, go home, you know.
Yeah, Bonnie was doing her thing. She was doing her thing this episode. Bossed up was, of course, Frank, again, because when Frank was standing there and he saw a chick.
When he was standing there, when he went into that house, when he called her and he was like, she got a kid, because he was like, I'll take out the kid, son.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
He was like, it's so me right.
And to my, where are you? I'm standing in their house right now. Whoa, wait a whoa.
I love Frank.
And then you're going to sit there in the closet for the whole story?
I love Frank, y'all.
My stupid self, I would have opened the closet and like, come on, all right, look, you need to speed the story up. Sorry.
No, I know, right? Because they were sitting there, but then he's standing over her.
Yeah.
I was like, Frank.
No weapon, though. With no weapon. What was he going to do? That's
kill
what
him.
I want to know. I know he was
you know what I'm saying? Bottom line, kill him. Best monologue scene or dialogue.
What's the whole episode?
Yeah, I have so many listed. There was so much that was just really great about the episode. Annalise and Frank. Should we discuss that now, or we go? That's got to be at the end. That's going to be the last one because there was so many. Yeah. Okay, Annalise speaking to the president.
Yeah, that was
and her needing, her help. That was good. What I really loved about that was specifically the line when she was like, "That's not a mother." When she was telling her like, "What are you? You're just laying down and you're crying. And you're not really trying to fight." Yeah. She was like, "That's not a mother, and anyone would want their mother to be a beast." I was like, "Oh, Annalise." Because I feel the same way, and I actually posted about that because many a time I've gotten like some type of backlash for being the way I am. Most of you, if you've been with us for a while, y'all know who do I love? Papa Pope, Annalise, and Kanye West. You know what I mean? All villains, right? Yeah. But deep down, they got good hearts. Or they mean well.
Decepticon.
They mean well, you know what I mean? But when she said that, I was like, exactly, Yeah, we were interrupted by a fuckboy. Calling my phone, the nerve of him. After I instructed him never to contact me.
Never. Don't you ever contact me again.
Anywho, what was I saying? Yes. For being the way I am, because I'm very, sometimes I'm intense, Brittany always says I need to chill out, whatever the case may be, but this is the way I am. But when it comes to, especially my family, but, Brittany, when I say my family, I'm talking about my two babies, Brittany and my late husband when he was alive, very much so. Yeah, you F with mines and you gonna get it. Yeah. But, and I chuckle because my kids, they, there's two characters that they like to compare me to. Well, a couple of people, but one of them is Darth Vader. And I said to Brittany just recently, I was like, I feel good when they call me those type of people. Like, they compare me to Maleficent, Darth Vader, Joseph Jackson.
My Lord.
But I like that, especially Darth Vader, because I know that they know that their mother is bossed up. They feel comfort and secure in me, even though their father's not here. You know what I'm saying? And they know I got this shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's what I said. You know. I mean,
that also was another good scene when Wes was like, I got you.
Exactly. Lead that into that. I thought that was really cool. I liked that scene. I thought it was really cute because as a woman, you could, a woman who's independent, who's strong.
Yeah, and I got myself.
Yeah.
I know, but I got you too.
And I've experienced that myself as well. Well, and I've never been one of those women to have to feel like if the guy I'm with, I have to like say that. You know what I'm saying? I always feel that there's something you should not, as a strong woman, have to say to your guy, I got myself, because he already knows the kind of woman you are. You feel me? But a lot of women feel that way because you got a lot of these men out here who on that bullshit, and they like to try to bring down a woman who is very strong, independent, and is opinionated or stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. I thought that scene was cute. I liked it. I thought it was really dope. Another scene that was really good, Wes and Annalise, when they were talking. And what really stood out about that scene was when he said, he killed your baby. And she was like,
and you killed Sam. Y'all both took away my whole entire family.
And I thought it was so good because it's like, I think that all the biggest problem with the Keaton 5 And at this time, Wes has to be included
Nobody
in this.
is like self-incriminating. I mean, I guess that's good, but they keep throwing the blame everywhere else.
No, but yeah, and they keep forgetting their part that they played in doing something out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when someone else does something, it's but it's like they keep forgetting the parts that they've played in whatever activity they did that caused harm to someone else, specifically Annalise. And they're so busy being upset with her, the person who's been trying to protect them, and you know, because she could have easily just went to the cops and they all would have went to jail.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just very interesting, you know. But that scene was dope because when she, you know, said that to him, it was like he had to sit back. Because how dare you be so mad at Frank? Frank is wrong, you know, and he didn't necessarily kill the baby himself.
Yeah,
but his actions
of
caused her child. I mean, he fed her to the wolves, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's effed up. It was really It's really effed up.
Especially when we know that they got him out of jail.
They helped him, you know, and it's just like, damn, like how could you?
Like, damn, Frank, you really ain't shit. Okay.
Exactly. Another good scene was the Wes's evaluation. The reason why I found that to be good, I really
was like, so did I pass?
Yeah, it was hilarious. And then the answers, it was really good. And not only that, I thought that the voiceover later on, as his evaluation was going on, and we're seeing the other scenes and we're hearing him answering and stuff, I thought it was really good. Like it was just good TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they was really doing their thing. Oliver and Connor. Another good scene. Y'all see how long we go? Because there was a couple of scenes that I feel
it was a very good scene.
Oliver and Connor.
Was, very good. But
I
you
was
know how
so
I feel
damn
about
mad.
Oliver.
And I felt for Connor because
he said, "That's what you think of me."
He was, and I've experienced this as well, where you realize that you have been completely misunderstood this whole time. Nothing worse than that. Or someone, you know, taking your, you know, like dude just basically. I think Oliver was trying to hurt him, but at the same, because basically what Oliver was having was a temper tantrum.
Of course, as he always does, because he doesn't know all the inside scoop.
Yeah, he was.
But Connor has said this to him over and over again, time and time again.
Connor said something specifically that
he said, "This is bigger than me, and it's not my place."
And that was what Oliver was supposed to snatch. He was supposed to snatch onto that and recognize that.
Oliver ain't never about to get a chinchilla. He could never date a drug dealer. Because he can't mind his business and stay in his place.
No, you're wrong.
Like, accept the gifts, go on your trips, and shut up.
But it's not even just that, though. You're not the kind of person that he can give that information to. Cause, you know,
obviously, because look at you right now. About
you
to blow a gasket because you don't even know what it is that you don't know.
You know, because some of us can have the information and we just get that trust.
And just be like, okay.
Nah, but Oliver, you know, I was like, wow, I can understand where Oliver was coming from in regards to, you know, I'm with you. Why can't you trust me? But no, I'm just saying, but technically, they, you know, it's like, what, they back together? Like, no, that wasn't said. What's going on?
Wasn't said.
But people in situations, they don't really, like, he just really started lashing out at Connor and talking about, see, oh yeah, now I remember why I broke up with you. What you mean?
Exactly.
You told me
we had 3 days of happiness and I remember why I broke up. No, you're a liar.
You come to find out.
Because you're a liar. And then when he said to him, when Connor was like, you know, well, you know, I let the guy who broke my heart, you know, come back or whatever like that. He said, oh, so you think that means you love me because you let me cry on your shoulder? Bitch, yes.
But
what are you talking about?
Connor's devastation was like, wow, because he truly did believe.
Brittany.
Yes?
Come here, please.
Bruh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just really effed up with Oliver did to Connor. Like, I couldn't believe he could be that mean. And when he was like,
and he just spit on what Connor did. Connor did a very big thing when he let Oliver back into his life after Oliver just decided to just give himself a smash pass. Okay, he was just like, you know what, I'm bored. I want to go at the ass right now. Let me go do that. Connor let him do that and let him come back, and he just spit on it like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Spit on him, and then talking about he's damaged. He said, "That's how you see me," and you saw you saw the confusion, the how the fuck, and at the same time he was trying to figure out.
But I thought that you like saw me for me, you know.
Yeah, he was also trying to figure out like, well, what did I do to cause you to see me in this way? And then he went, whoa,
but
I don't
honestly,
need this shit.
You know
and
why?
Then,
it's because he was slutting beforehand.
But it don't matter. Like, it's like, but I thought we had an like, you know, when you be like, I thought, and that's what you saw all over Connor's face.
I learned that early on. People don't really thought. They be like, oh, they're accepting you flaws and all, or whatever, but they don't, you know, really.
And that's why, you know, like, I always tell people, like, what I have.
You think they F with you. They don't really F with you. They F with you. You know, it's like, I F with you, but I don't like.
Yeah, that's why me and my late husband, like, I tell people, like, what we had was, I mean, it was a beautiful thing. And, you know, if people don't be understanding when I be like, yo, we didn't, like, argue. I think we had maybe, you know, we had disagreements. But, like, as far as arguments, like maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? But there was a respect there, and I think that's what people lack a lot. It's respect, and if there's respect, then that's when the unconditional can happen. That doesn't mean you're just okay with someone doing stuff. That doesn't mean that, oh, when you do stuff, I'm not going to say nothing about it. No, that's another problem. People think, well, if it's unconditional, you ain't going to care. That's stupid. Okay. Yeah. But when you accept someone and you truly love them unconditionally, you know what I mean? Like, for him to call him damaged, like, first of all, to even throw that type of insult was like,
that's weird.
Wow.
And where did that come from?
So all this time you've been looking down at me type thing. You feel me? Like, I felt so bad for Connor. And when he went to Michaela in that, because that position, and he was, because I was like,
you know, at first Michaela was like, all right, did you just kick my table?
No, but you could tell she was like, what is it? Wait a minute. And it was just really, I really love Michaela and Connor's friendship, because it's like,
it's true.
It's true, and then, like, things don't have to be, it's unspoken. Things don't have to be said. Connor was sitting there, he's ready to cry. He's like, I hate him. He was done. He was done. And I could not believe Oliver did that to him. Yeah. I couldn't believe that he just sat there saying, Connor, why didn't you chase him and jump on top of him? Because maybe you just made a mistake and you was just being an asshole. Maybe you was just being a jerk and you just wanted to say the worst thing in the world. But when you saw him turn around and like, I don't have time for this, you were supposed to chase him down.
Yeah. Oliver's an actor, okay? Like, in real life on the show. The character Oliver.
I felt so bad for Connor. I felt so bad for him. Because I was like, because I know what that feels like when people be acting like, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden you want to take everything about me and reverse it and make everything about me a negative. And it's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? See, because I don't even pull that move. Like, I may sulk about it like, man, yo, they tried me. And it was like, what did they say that to me for? That's mean. But my response to them isn't that. My response is going to be, okay, you know, you don't have to be like, then it becomes, all right, well, check this out. Fuck you. You ain't shit. Well, let me tell you why you damaged. And now I'm going down the list. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand that, like, that's just really messed up. I couldn't believe
Oliver ain't shit.
The nerve. The gall.
Let's move on.
It was, we gotta move on. So the next scene that was really good, the best scene, honestly, truly, was Annalise and Frank. Yeah. Bonnie also came in the scene later, but Annalise and Frank.
That was really wonderful. Oh. It was so sad. He took him out, thank you for seeing me. First of all, that little kid look that he has on his face when Annalise steps into the room. And then that so serious, sincere cry, those tears that came out of Annalise's eyes.
Both of them was giving us everything. They were pouring it out. I mean, I just expect Emmys galore.
She's like, are you going to unkill my baby? Like, how are you going to fix it?
He was like, I'll fix this. I can fix this. And he stood up, pulled out that gun. And she was like, the nerve. But see, it's like as if everything is, every time, when he's explaining it to her, it's coming at her. No, but even still, when he's explaining why he didn't say anything, it's as if it's not registering. It's like it's coming at her and then flowing away.
She said, "Yeah, I understand why."
Because she keeps saying that you blame it. You're
blaming Sam, but at the same time, she's like, "You've been so close to me, and you can't tell me that you haven't seen the pain that I've been going through. I'm an alcoholic."
But her telling him that. Because she's saying
you've been here, like very close to me.
But the thing is, her husband is the one who did that to her, though. She's blaming Frank for something that is not his fault. Her husband, the main one who's close to her, watched her go through this, and he did not tell her that Frank Frank's involvement.
At the same time, I guess she's like, you're an adult. But also because
I feel that Sam was trying to keep Frank close to use him as well, to manipulate him, and he that's something he had on him. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of messed up. I mean, I don't know what is he saying? Oh, well, we keep you close here so you don't lose your family. No. Like, why would you? That doesn't make any sense. But I guess he felt it wasn't going to come up. But why is it that you're okay with him, knowing that this is, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, the whole thing is just crazy. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
Sam's not here for her to be mad at.
Could I forgive someone for that? Like, no. It's just insane. No. But it's crazy. When he said, I love you, Annalise, I was like, wow. Wow.
And he was about to blow his head off, and then Bonnie came in.
He was ready, because he hit that, when them eyes got tight, he was about to do it, And Bonnie told him, don't do it. Don't do it, Frank. She doesn't really want you to do it. And then when she starts talking about,
she won't survive this.
She wouldn't, though. She would have lost her ever-loving mind if he would have actually pulled that trigger.
So did he pull the trigger?
I don't believe that Frank pulled the trigger.
Who is under the sheet?
I don't believe it's Frank. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'll cry if it's Frank. I will cry if it's Frank. The episode when they were showing us what happened with Annalise, her losing a bit, my eyes watered. My eyes watered then when she was crying with Wes. Like, I was like, oh my God. And in the episode with Frank, seeing really into Frank and what's going on, his real pain and what's going on with him and Bonnie. That it was emotionally too much. This one, same thing. I was like, wow.
Frank, Bonnie, and Annalise, man, they're
the top dogs. I'm gonna be honest with you though, because every time when it comes to losing a child, that's the one thing. I mean, losing your spouse, losing anyone is horrible. Losing your spouse is really if it and I don't want to say if it's real. Because, your spouse is your spouse. But when it's real, when it's a bond, when it's like, this is no joke. Because there was no bullshit with me and my late husband. So it was like, because you're kind of in limbo, Because it's like, okay, this is what it was supposed to be. So now I'm just out here. You feel me? Yeah. But a child. Father God. When I gave birth to my daughter.
To give birth to her.
When I gave birth to my daughter. When it was an emergency C-section, everything was crazy. My blood pressure was rising. Her heart rate was dropping. She was stuck in the birth canal, so it was crazy. When she came out, she was huge. She was 9 pounds 6 ounces, 24 inches long, head circumference. I think 14. Yeah. My daughter was big, and full head of hair, of course. And but she wasn't crying, and I'm laying there. My mother's next to me. She got her hand on my shoulder, and I'm just laying there. And my husband was deployed, so he couldn't be there. So I'm laying there, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm realizing that blue screen is in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit. That's what went through my head. I was like,
well, didn't I just have a baby?
Where was she at? And I was like, so we sitting there, and my eyes turn, and I look at my mother, and I see she was like this, and her eyes, like my mother's lighter, so her face was beet red, her nose was red, and tears are coming down her face. And I turned away from her, and I just looked up at the ceiling, and I was like, God, don't do me like this. That's exactly what I said. I said, don't do me like this. And right when I was about to be like, why? That's what came out. I said, why? Because I was going to say, why isn't she crying? As soon as I said why, she started crying. But the whole time we were waiting, I'm hearing them moving quick. And I could see through the screen, I saw my doctor. He saw me up, and he turned. Yeah. And I think he stopped working on me to see what they was doing with her. And then I heard the nurse say, doctor, you got to close her up. And he came back to me, and they was doing a lot. So they had to work on her. For that split second, I felt that. Like, because in my head, I was like, oh, shit, she's dead. And I carried this fucking baby for 9 fucking months for no fucking reason. This is some bullshit. And I was in my head already like, anybody fuck with me? Yo.
Wilding out. That's it.
I'm getting it in. I was like, and in my head, I was like, yo, I think I'm just gonna go back in the military, and I'm not gonna know nobody no more. I was already planning out, like, okay, what am I gonna do? And I was like, I'm leaving Gerard because I'm not gonna be with him. He gonna knock me up with a baby that's gonna die on me. Like, I'm not doing this.
Oh my God.
I was like, and there was few. And it was a while though, like, cause I asked my mother afterwards. I said, "How was it a short time?" She said, "No, she wasn't crying for a while."
Now all she do is make damn noise.
Yeah, now she's loud as hell.
God.
But it was really touching up, cause they said one of us wouldn't make it if I pushed, and she was already in my birth canal, and her heart rate was dropping because she was losing oxygen. It was a whole bunch of stuff. But I say all that to say that I couldn't imagine.
Sitting here taking a picture with my staggering stillborn child.
Ugh, guys, I don't even get that. I'm about to cry think about it. Get the hell out my face.
It's too much. And she already had to deal with a whole bunch of miscarriages beforehand.
Yeah.
Frank, you really fucked up, homie. You really did. Hopefully Bonnie saved his life, but I don't know. We'll see next week.
I love Frank though. But seeing her talking to him saying, "You killed my child," she said, "You got a lot of nerve and you was around me all this time."
Yes.
You was around me. And that's the thing that what it is. It's like, how could you be in my face?
Literally.
And know this? You know? And I guess that's why he's always been at her beck and call. Like, I'm whatever you need, you know? That shit is so sad. I just got really melancholy and I almost don't want to do the review no more.
He got to finish up.
That's right. Because I couldn't imagine it. Like, there's some women on my timeline on Facebook, they experience miscarriages, and whenever they post about it, I just be like, you know.
Yeah, that happened to this girl. She graduated in my class. It's messed up.
It's because that feeling. She
took like her pregnancy pictures and everything.
Like you're in it really in the thick of it, and then for that to happen, especially those who carry to full term.
And it's somebody who's inside of you. Like, that's the closest person. No one else is ever going to be that close to you.
Can I be quite honest with y'all? Like, and I'm not like most women when they get pregnant. I mean, I'm just being real. I didn't feel no connection to my kids when they was in my stomach. I didn't.
You're an asshole.
No, I'm just being real. I feel like everyone else be lying. I really do. I feel like they lie to make it magical and make it deeper than what it is. Because it was not...
Deeper than having a full live human being inside of your body that will only eat, will only live...
Listen.
If you will it to.
My children were succubus. I was dying while I was pregnant, okay? Like, I just wanted to fight them. And that's real shit. I had plans for them, yes. And it was all of that, and I was writing a story, like I was on some, when she come, blah, 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 but I didn't feel like on some, like, I fell one with her, and, this experience is great. First of all, I was throwing up all the time, 9 months straight, so.
Well, they know, they read all your thoughts, okay, and they was there doing everything you was doing, so.
I mean, whatever, I'm just saying.
When you was dancing around like Shakira, making your belly pop, they were doing that.
And I was doing Sierra, I was like, poof, poof, and my stomach was like, boom, boom.
And that was with Naomi.
Boom, boom. I was killing the game too, because this is when I was still clubbing. You know what I mean? Like, when I got pregnant, I was 20. I forget. But the bottom line is those. I don't know. I didn't feel no deep connection with my baby, but when like I'm talking about during pregnancy, but when I gave birth, it was, I was always like, okay, I guess that feeling to come.
That was that Simba, yo.
When the baby comes. So when I was laying there and I wasn't hearing nothing, it wasn't about, oh, my child. It was more like, I felt more like... My
heart is broken, I'm going to die.
No, I felt more like, so what did I go through this for? That's how I was feeling. What you mean? That's dead ass.
No, I understand. I get it.
I think I need to do a whole video series about that, because I feel like, am I the only one that's like this? Maybe?
Probably not.
This is why
if that would have happened to me, I would be upset too. Like, okay, so I went through this pain and suffering in my body.
Because my pregnancies are very difficult.
Yeah.
But
for nothing.
But also though, like
for punishment.
When she, but I guess that's why my mother knew, because she said I was disconnected. Because when she was first born, my mother was holding her a lot, and I kept saying that Naomi reminded me of Brittany when Brittany was a baby. And mommy was like, well, this is not Brittany.
Naomi looked just like me.
She said, this is not Brittany. This is your daughter. And then she was because my mother, she's going to take over. And next thing I know, she left. Gave me Naomi and was like, bye. And I was like, where are you going? And I'm in the hospital like, the hell? She was like, no, you need to bond with your daughter. I was like, listen, she's cool. Like, you got her. Like, mommy got her,
Stop.
For real. But she was right, though. She knew what she was doing, because I was kind of just like, all right,
that's cool. Look at that little thing.
I was like, she's cute. She smelled good. But then when she left, then I'm looking at her, and I was like, so what we gonna do? It was so funny. I was like that. She was sitting in the joint. I didn't pick her up for like maybe 2 hours. I just looked at her in that stinking glass thing, because I was like, I don't know. Should I pick her up? Can I pick her up? Like, is it okay? It was weird.
It's such a shame. Like, if I ever were to have any kids or whatever, and my kids came out butt ugly, I couldn't even throw them over to Jasmine, because Jasmine don't like ugly children. I would still have to just,
But you're okay with ugly babies, so.
Yeah, but it might be different if it's my ugly baby.
I'm gonna make fun of you, though.
Let's go. What's next?
Nah, but for real, I was saying all that to say that, like, I feel so bad for women, and Annalise is that is just to experience that,
It's too much, multiple times, and then as soon as you actually have a baby,
I wouldn't even know what to do. Okay, Nicholas, come buzz grandma. All right, guys, we had to finish up our review for the other episode, because we did it in New York, and then my mother came and interrupted, so he wasn't able to finish it. Anyway, we left off at what was a good look for last episode, and a good look for the last episode was when the Keaton 4 was like, to hell with Wes, when they was at the at Annalise's house. I thought a good look was when Asher stayed, and he was showing solidarity, because at the end of the day,
they're a team.
Yeah, and not just that, when he committed all types of murders,
everybody was sitting there, helping Asher.
Exactly. We always say, the Keaton 4, they like to forget. Mm-hmm. They like to forget a lot. They're ridiculous. Another good look was when Wes said to Laurel, "I got you." We mentioned that already, though, but it was that was a good look. You know what I'm saying? It showed that he was like, he's down for her. And then also for Laurel not smashing Frank.
Yeah.
Because we were
even
like,
with his alleged cute face and all of this without his hair.
Alleged.
That's because that's what you said.
Who agrees with me that Frank looking good? All right, y'all hit me up and let me know. I didn't like all that beard that he had going on. I thought it was a bit too much. It was too thick. But a beard is nice.
It's supposed to be thick.
I like beards, but it was too much. It's too long, I guess I should say. I guess it was too long for me. That's what I guess I would say with that. The other thing is always funny how Annalise be bluffing, with everybody, with the Keaton 5 and Bonnie and Frank. Mm-hmm. She's always bluffing. You know what I mean? Like, I'll turn you as what she said to Wes before, remember? I'll lock you in the basement like I did Rebecca. You're not going to do none of that. She's just like a mom, bluffing, talking shit, but you ain't really going to do it. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to get them in line without, really killing them. Clutch My Pearls was when Annalise was like, kill yourself, Frank. She was like, just finish it off.
Yourself.
And then when Bonnie told him, kill the bitch.
About the little kid and the
chicken little kid, which, why not?
The lady who was reading the three little, who was it, Bloody House? She was reading the Three Little Pigs, and she was doing a horrible job.
She was? Yeah, see, we don't believe in doing a horrible job when you're reading to the kids. You have to get into character. You need to have different voices for each character. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. But anyway, I thought that was because when Bonnie was like, kill her, she doesn't realize she needs this. I agree.
Tripping.
Bonnie is, she's the real MVP.
She's like a little evil Power Ranger. Evil one, though.
But she dead ass right, though. I feel like that lady need to go, too. You know what I mean? But, whatever. Annalise coming in talking about that. And it's so funny, though, how Bonnie was just like, okay. She didn't even...
They're fine. He left.
Whatever's whatever, right? But the wow for us was when Wes was walking by his brother/father in court, because they say that the older guy was the father, but I'm thinking young dude was the father. That's Wes' father in all actuality. That's my opinion, though. I could be wrong. The other wow was the whole situation with the burner phones. Like, that was interesting. And it was like, wow, y'all really y'all into some Mission Impossible. Yep. Some old,
switcheroo.
It was kind of dope. Turned down for
that
me.
That woman's face don't understand. She was so confused. Like,
she was like, how the fuck did they know all this shit?
Didn't call.
You sort of look like, I swear to God, I did not.
I would be moving. Because that means somebody was in her house.
Somebody watching me. Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me. It was Frank, damn it. You was about to die, too. You ain't your little old baby. Shit. And y'all mofos need to die. But, turned down for me was Connor and Michaela. Again, with them, their forgetfulness and how uppity they get.
Brats.
Brats. And then they like, we don't have time for anything. Michaela plays that so well, and Connor just stands there like, and he throws some shade.
Glasses broke again.
You know what I mean? Take them off. Take it off. Take it off. But the damn son was Maggie. Wes and Laura was sitting there all cozy.
Yeah, they
in the hospital.
Just
they forgot.
In their own little world.
They forgot. They in their bubble.
That not even a week ago.
You were in a commitment. About a week ago, you was in a monogamous relationship with this chick, and now you with the next. Child, she should have slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, when she said Eddie's. Okay.
I thought it was nice of Laurel and classy of Laurel to just walk away, because the truth of the matter is she has every right to be upset.
Yeah. Because now what it looks like is you were sleeping with my man.
And even if it doesn't, though, the way he moved, he's supposed to stand here and take this, and also Laurel knows, that he was with this woman, so it's not even like you didn't even know that he was with this woman. Yeah. But even if you didn't know, like, step back and let him get his tongue lashing, because that's what he's supposed to get. A lot of women make the mistake of getting upset if something like that were to transpire. Like, let's say if Laura didn't know Maggie at all, like never knew that he was with her. Women would generally get upset and be like, no, this is my man. Like, why are you trying to defend him and you trying to show, defend your position? Your position isn't at stake. This woman is upset because of what he did. Or said. Obviously.
Or led her to believe.
Exactly. Obviously, he must have led her on, or he played someone foul. And you need to just take a step back. You could choose to still be with him. Take a step back and allow him to handle his business. They ain't got nothing to do with you, mama.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. A lot of women got to do that. Like, well, I'm the one he's with next. You can still be the one he's with. Exactly. Step over there and let me finish telling it. Let me finish emasculating this motherfucker.
Oh.
Because that's what has to happen right about now. But I noticed that women always do that crap, but that was a real like, damn, when she was like, I knew it, like, because
I don't know why he didn't say anything though at that point. Why he didn't tell her?
He started talking about, I'm here to get my papers. Like, what the fuck?
Wes, what are you talking about? She just said,
she was like, I don't care. Like, that drink was insane. It was so like,
dude, you was getting up out the bed to call Laura on the phone. I need explanations. And now that's your girlfriend.
Yeah, and because you got to tell me that you wasn't smashing her while you was with me. You're going to have to explain. But, I mean, either way, it really doesn't matter because obviously he had feelings for her.
Yeah, but it depends on how deep the disrespect went.
It's still disrespectful because you have feelings for her.
Yeah, no, but it is. But what I'm saying is it would have been very disrespectful if he was actually, like, with Laura on the side.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I mean, but some would say on an emotional level he was with her on the side. But Creep Ambassador Award goes to Oliver for all the fuck shit he said to Connor.
Yeah.
Had Connor crying.
Again.
I didn't like it.
How many times does this grown man have to cry?
Got him going to Michaela, kicking the table. I really always loved the relationship between Michaela and Connor, though. I think it's really cool. And Annalise for telling Frank to kill himself. Like, that was some...
Like, wow. You said kill yourself and you really meant it.
She's well within her rights to be upset. Definitely. Honestly, truly. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it was just, wow.
You're really taking it there.
I mean, but I understand.
Yeah, I'm mad tired.
I understand, because I recently told somebody that they need to off themselves as well, because they're not a benefit to society in any way. And I meant it. So I guess I can understand where she's coming from. But that's still Creep Ambassador Award, and I guess I get Creep Ambassador for that as well. Yeah. But that person who I told that to, I call bullshit on their entire life. So, it's whatever. Also, Creep Ambassador Award goes to that whack chick that was sleeping in the bed reading to her baby, and she is responsible
somebody else's
for Annalise's baby being dead. You know what I'm saying? It's so ridiculous. I call. Oh snap! Oh snap!
Yeah, I'm taking it all the way, y'all.
It's ridiculous. I call bullshit. We have to actually throw back it from the last episode. We call bullshit because someone pointed out that we didn't tap on this for the last episode. So I call bullshit on Wes being the narc and him being up in that damn precinct writing shit,
signing papers.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be on his usher.
Yeah. Baby signing papers.
You know what I'm saying? So from the last episode,
stuff. That means you promising to tell. You snitch.
That was and the reason why Wes would be a snitch is because he was involved in it. People always say, because when you telling on something that you saw, like if I saw you rape somebody and I go to the cops, that's not snitching. I'm telling.
Yeah, the only time that's snitching is if
snitching
you're in
is
jail.
When you was involved with it. No, if you was involved in a crime.
If you're in jail, that's snitching because your life is at stake. If you see something and you tell, they coming for you. So it's snitching.
Oh, you talking about if you actually in But jail. I'm saying like snitching is when you involved in the crime too, and then you want to call yourself telling, getting a better deal. To whatever, when you was involved in it too, that's a snitch. Mm-hmm. But if I wasn't involved in it and I know what you did and I go to the police, I'm not snitching. That's me telling.
That's dry snitching. No, I'm joking. That's not what dry snitching is.
But for this episode, we call bullshit on Asher and his wearing Michaela's robes. Okay. Yeah. It's crazy.
And that's why you can't let people overstep certain boundaries, yo.
Yeah, she shouldn't have let him wear her robes because what did he do?
Pick up that
bed. He wouldn't.
So
no,
crazy.
No. I said Asher. What you talking about? You talking about what Connor did?
Connor.
No, I'm talking about Asher wearing them robes.
That's
and
true. Okay,
when he picked up, she's sleepy.
I really always mix Asher and Connor's names.
But let's talk about the real bullshit. Was him picking up that phone when her mother called. He had no business. Boundaries.
It's still the same thing.
No business. I couldn't believe it when Asher did that, and I was like, "Oh, he don't want to keep this relationship." Because
I guess he thought that he was doing a good thing, but
because he nosy and he ain't listening, hard headed. But so that's that. With that, we had to quickly wrap up from the other, all the other video we did for the other day. So that's that with that. That's that episode. By now y'all know that the winter finale has happened.
Yeah.
And no one is happy.
Everyone's in mourning.
Early next week we will be doing a predictions video. Mm-hmm. So you guys will have that for Thanksgiving week. Okay.
Woo-woo.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm tired.
And YCWAO.
This is